for the constant drone coming from 295 back there, Deering Oaks Park is a pretty peaceful spot. I mean, folks have been seeking out refuge under these trees since the city bought the land from the Deering family in 1879, but it wasn't always so quiet. During King William's War, this was the scene of a bloody battle between English settlers on one side and the French and their Native American allies on the other side. More than a dozen locals died in the fight, and the English won the day, but it was only a precursor to a full-on massacre that happened less than a year later. The Battle of Deering Oaks began and it ended 328 years ago this week, on September 28, 1689. It was a Wednesday morning when it all got started. Native Americans who'd been gathering all summer on Peaks Island canoed into Back Cove under cover of darkness. And in the morning, they killed a farmer named Anthony Brackett and camped in his orchard. His farm stood right around here. Now, Brackett's sons ran for their lives and alerted the militia at Fort Loyal, at the foot of what's now India Street. Then Major Benjamin Church marched about 160 experienced militiamen up Congress Street and down the hill here to the Oaks. When they got here, they found a full-blown battle already in progress. Local farmers were fighting about 400 Native Americans and French. Church's men joined the fray, and the ensuing battle raged for about 6 hours before the French and the natives withdrew. Church won the victory, but lost 21 men in the process. Nobody counted the casualties on the other side. Interestingly, one of the locals in the fight was a preacher named George Burroughs. After the battle, he went back to his hometown of Salem where it was safer. And 3 years later, his neighbors hanged him as a witch. Not long after the Battle of Deering Oaks, military bigwigs in Boston recalled Church and his men. That left Portland totally unguarded. And the French and the Native Americans, they took notice. They returned the following May, and they were much more successful on their second try. They killed everybody in town. Everybody. Portland was a ghost town for a decade after that. That awful massacre at Fort Loyal was just the end of a fight that started here the year before, in what's now a peaceful park. You'd never know it walking under these big oaks. But try to imagine the bloody fighting that happened here so long ago. Maybe this weekend, when you're here in the park, buying cukes at the farmer's market.